Welcome to KUAM's coverage of the Filipino community of Guam's 63rd anniversary gala and first ever Guam Philippine fashion show.
Each designer has their very own unique signature, and we can't wait to show you how their distinctive designs have been transformed into wearable art.
5 of the Philippines' best-known designers showcased their latest collections to a packed crowd at the Dusit Tani Guam Resort. According to FCG President Norman Analista, unlike the previous anniversary galas, it was time to liven up the annual celebration.
Naturally, I wasn't sure how the crowd would react to all the different designs and the featured designers. You know, they'd never been to Guam and have put together a show like this, and so I was so anxious about how the audience would receive them. But once the first collection went on and I saw that the audience was taking to it really well and they were excited about it, I knew that as the different designers came out through the rest of the show and all their distinctive styles came out, that they would even enjoy it even more and more and more.
It took weeks of rehearsals, but when it was showtime, it was all hands on deck. Dozens of volunteers, makeup artists, hairstylists, and models from all walks of life ready to hit the runway.
So there was a lot of things that went on behind the scenes that the viewing audience doesn't see. And unless you really go through this exercise of trying to put together a fashion show, you're not going to really appreciate all the hard work and energy that goes into it. And so I really want to thank the team that helped us backstage, the team that helped us with our audio-visual equipment, the team that really made the models come out and put their best on the runway. This really could not have been done without all of them.
And with that, let's meet the designers and showcase their collections.
I've been designing for 10 years now. I started on 2007. Yeah. Since grade 3, I really wanted to be a fashion designer. It's just that my parents won't allow me to take up fashion courses because for them, artists don't make money that much, right? So I work in a different, industry, and then until I met a designer and he introduced me to this fashion school in Manila, and then I took up courses, and then after I finished my course in Manila, I went to London to study fashion design course for a year, and then I went back to Manila to open my shop. My collection, I love making formal wear. So I always think of the red carpet and even beauty pageants. So as you can see, the flow, the silhouette of my collection, it's sexy and it really defines the figure of a woman. I'm always inspired of making dress as long as there's a special occasions coming up, yeah. Just keep on designing, just keep on, I'm always inspired of creating unique and sexy dresses. I always incorporate because for me fashion is a collaboration for expressions. So yeah, it's if I think of something, or if I see like a portrait or even a different details, yeah, I can easily think of a design to that. This is a modern day bride. So brides that want to have like a volume, but they want to feel light with their gown. So as you can see, there's the sexy silhouette. Then I just put a skirt in, at the back, and then they can remove it on the reception. So it's like they have a change of, you know, outfit on their wedding day. My experience in Guam, I really love this place. It's very relaxing. I love the beaches, and the people here are very warm. And of course, the Filipino community here is really, you know, it's huge. Everywhere you go, you meet Filipino, and yeah, it feels like home.
I grew up with my mom and my aunt, who are both dressmakers. That's why it was very easy for me to get into the business. I had a little knowledge already on how to run the business, how to create, you know, clothes, and that's why it was inherited interest. My inspiration for this collection is the kite in flight. Yes, because if you notice, the silhouette is very airy and flowing, and at the same time I was influenced by the Muslim malong, so it's a bit Mindanao, because when you spread the kite, the dress, or rather, you can tie it like a malong as well and have another look. So that's the main inspiration of the whole collection. I'm glad again to be here in Guam and to be part of this project. I'm privileged to meet all the Filipinos here, to dress up some of the ladies, and I'm sure it's a great experience. Thank you.
ever since I was little, I love fashion. So probably I'll die doing fashion. Even if I retire, like now I'm teaching young fashion student pattern and sewing. I'm connected with Sofa Design Institute in Manila. So I'm passing on all my knowledge to the young ones. So even if I stop making clothes, I'll still be in fashion. Another aspect, but still in fashion. My concept is the Philippine Fiesta. My clothes are very colorful, very playful, and I've used indigenous fabric like the Abel Iloco, which is a hand-woven fabric from Ilocos Norte. My clothes are very simple, classic, and wearable. My advice to those who want to go into this business is to work hard. Learn the ropes, work hard, and things will come into place. This is an exciting presentation because EDGAR and I used to do shows a lot, but this is my first time to work with the other designer, not Manila, RAMON, SANTIAGO, and Francis LIBIRAN. We were surprised that it's a big crowd at the moment, 620, and everything was did professionally. We have lights, backdrop, the stage was fantastic, the lighting, the models, the makeup artists. So we had fun.
Ay Filipino, ang dugo'y maharlika, likas sa aking puso at hikaing kay kanda sa Pilipinas na aking bayan, lantay na perlas ng silanganan. Wari na dito ng kayamanan ng may kapal.
engineer by profession. Then I studied fashion designing in New York, and that's it. It's history. That was 25 years ago. My collection, well, it started for doing neoclassic Filipiniana, and I get my inspiration from the fabric that is organdy, and I mix that with the vintage laces and a lot of stones and beads. I concentrate on ball skirts because that it's so much hot back in our place in the Philippines, that skirt, and I'm doing it for the Filipiniana look. I really enjoyed doing a show here in Guam. I hope this is not the first time, and I hope that next time will be more designs here in Guam.
It's really interesting how things kind of fall into place. You know, my wife and I have always been interested in wearing a unique clothing or unique or clothes that truly represent our personalities, and then we found a way to turn it into a brand. And so we developed Analyst and Company as sort of a design house, because we feel that there's no company on Guam that can address those sort of needs. And we thought that tonight could be a way to showcase our talent, and also at the same time show our clients on the runway and prove to people that you don't have to look like your typical model. You can look like the boy or the girl next door and still put on exquisite pieces, and then at the same time transform your look to fit the occasion.
I graduated architecture and I worked for 2 years being an architect, but my passion is really fashion design. Ever since I was 8 years old, I would always imagine myself designing gowns. been to Guam, but I heard a lot of good things about Guam. So when they invited me to put up a show here, I was so excited. Me and my business partner we sat down and we wanted to give Guam a good show. That's why we really thought of all the collections that we presented tonight. For tonight's show, well, my aesthetics as a designer is really Art Deco. It's more of lines and architecture. So everything is made in the Philippines. The embroidery, the beadwork, the craftsmanship is all made in the Philippines. I'm just so overwhelmed with how Guam received me, and looking at all the people who attended in this ball is so heartwarming for me. It's just like working with them, with the models, with the organizers. Everything was just so good, and for me, I'll treasure that forever.
Aside from the fashion show, several awards were presented during the FCG Anniversary Gala to local Filipinos who've made significant contributions to our island community. For his work in inspiring people toward their spiritual development, receiving the Religious Award was Albert Alquiro. Receiving recognition for his work in the local sports community, James Sardea. Recognized for her humanitarian social work was Cecilia Solodum. KUAM's very own Nestor Lecanto received the Communications Award for his work in local media. Receiving the Music, Arts, and Entertainment Award was Raleigh Zepeda. The Corporate Economic and/or Entrepreneurial Leadership Award went to Conchita Bathan. Dr. Yolanda Carrera was recognized for her work in the medical field. The Education Award went to Domitila Aquilizon. And finally, receiving the Volunteerism and Family Award, congratulations to Shelley Calvo and family. Congratulations, Filipino community of Guam, on your 63rd anniversary.